Changing a flat tire. This is something that every driver is going to face at one time or another. The most important thing, don't panic. Slowly get the vehicle pulled off to the side of the road in a safe place on stable ground so that the jack won't sink. And believe it or not, following the step-by-step directions in your owner's manual is still the most efficient and, more importantly, the safest way to go about doing this repair. The first step is to make sure you've got the vehicle in park, the emergency brake on, and the engine turned off, all for safety. Then you want to look in the owner's manual. Ours does a great job of showing us the jack points around the vehicle. You can't jack up a unibody vehicle just anywhere. You've got to hit the reinforced points on the corners. Owner's manual shows us that. We've located ours right down here. It's a heavy piece of steel, reinforced. We slide the jack under and snug it up. But before we jack up the vehicle, we want to go ahead and loosen the lug nuts on the flat tire. Following the directions in our owner's manual, we take the hardware that was in the tire change kit in the trunk, insert it into the jack. We now create a handle out of the lug wrench, and we go ahead and raise the vehicle. Make sure you get the vehicle far enough off the ground that your new fully inflated tire will clear. I'm watching the jack. We're on stable ground here. If you're doing this in gravel or in dirt, be sure that your jack is not sinking. That can be very unsafe. I'm going to go ahead and remove the lug nuts. And I like to work from the top down. Some people can sit down on the ground and your legs end up under the vehicle as you change the tire, which I really don't like when you're roadside. Once you get the lug nuts off, you're now in good position without hurting your back to lift this wheel off and go ahead and roll it back to the trunk. This is our temporary spare. It's a temporary spare. It's engineered to go not more than 100 miles and to not exceed 50 miles an hour. Be aware of that. This is going to change how your vehicle handles and certainly how it steers since it's on the front end. Working from the top down, you line up the lug studs with the holes, slide the wheel right on, reinstall your lug nuts, and as you snug them up, do it in a crisscross pattern like this, and then do one final tightening in a crisscross pattern once you get the vehicle back down on stable ground. Well, the temporary spare's on, the lug nuts are tight, and we're headed to the nearest tire shop. The sooner we get that original tire and wheel back on, the safer we'll be as we travel down the road.